Got an interesting fight coming up this weekend. Adrien Broner versus Jessie Vargas. It should be a real interesting fight. A lot of people are not giving Adrien any chance of winning. They stopped believing in him. He's lost fans over the years, and they think that Vargas is gonna blow by him. But I'm sticking with Adrien one more time. I believe that Adrien is going to be able to pull this out. I think this is a fight that he could win, a fight that he should win, and a fight that he will win. Now, originally, the opponent that he was scheduled to meet on the 21st was Omar Figueroa. And to me, that fight made absolutely no sense on paper. Omar is a volume puncher, come forward, aggressive type fighter, doesn't have the same power as Maidana, but I think that Broner would have been catching Maidana flashbacks all night long. That, to me, was an easy one to pick. I had Figueroa running away with it, by a landslide. So, it makes a lot more sense for them to be fighting Vargas. But the fact that Figueroa was the originally scheduled opponent before he dropped out, allegedly it's some type of injury, but he also got arrested for a DUI, so, he could be dealing with that. But it just makes you ask, what the hell is Adrien Broner's management team thinking? Going to match him against a guy like Omar Figueroa. Can't you see that opponent is wrong for him? Adrien Broner, the boxer, he's supposed to believe that he can beat everybody out there. He's supposed to have that type of confidence. That's great. And his manager and his advisor, Al Heyman, I just don't know what type of advice they're giving this guy, because he should only have one loss on his record right now. His record should be 33-1. The only loss on his record should be to this guy, Marcos Maidana. I picked Adrien to win that fight. Maidana surprised a lot of us, as he improved a lot working with Robert Diaz. And you saw that with the first knockdown, the way he set him up for that. He set him up for that punch. It's like setting the table for dinner, then served him the meal. So, he improved a lot. He surprised us. That should be the only loss on this guy's record right now. The Sean Porter fight is a fight that made no sense on paper, and in reality made no sense either. And sure enough, he lost. So why would you set up this fight? And if you're going to set up the fight, again, you're setting it up at a catchweight thinking you're going to weight drain Sean Porter, and it backfired on you. And Adrien got his butt kicked in that fight. But, again, on paper, going into the fight in advance, it made no sense. His people should have known that and said, no, this guy's wrong for us. We're going to go in a different direction. Same thing with Mikey Garcia. Again, on paper, the fight made absolutely no sense. And in reality, it made no sense either for Adrien. And he got pummeled. And he lost. And it wasn't even a close fight. So after this loss, they were planning to come back with Omar Figueroa. Like, are you serious? Like, what are you guys thinking? Where is your head? You're going to go against an offensive whirlwind and pit him against Adrien Broner, who, is a lazy fighter in the ring. Come on, that was not going to end well. That fight made no sense. So, Adrien went from winning titles at 130, 135, skipped 140, went straight to 147, and won a title against Paulie Malignaggi. Paulie was never the man at 147, so Adrien's claim to a welterweight championship is only true because we have so many different organizations, currently in boxing today. And I bet most of you out there who are probably boxing fans probably can't tell me who Paulie won his welterweight title from without looking it up. Because it was some guy named Serenchenko who had no recognizable names on his record. His record was 32-0 when they fought, but he had no recognizable names until Paulie. And then he went on to fight two more recognizable names. Kell Brook, we lost to, and then he knocked out Ricky Hatton. So, that's who Paulie won his title from, and this was Adrien's claim to fame as a welterweight. So, and he found out when he faced Maidana that he was no true welterweight. But seems like he doesn't want to discipline his body, to get back to 140, where is probably where he should be campaigning. Jessie Vargas' record is 28-2 with 10 knockouts. The only two losses on his record, one to Manny Pacquiao and one to Timothy Bradley, two world-class fighters. I call him a powder puff puncher because he doesn't have that many knockouts on his record, only 10 knockouts. He scored a technical knockout over Sadam Ali in 2016. in a fight that I thought the stoppage was premature. But I mean, he had knocked the guy down twice, once in the 8th, once in the 9th. The ref stopped it, but Sadam Ali was still defending himself at the time of the stoppage, so I thought that was premature. So other than that, that's a good victory for him, right? Good knockout for him, good technical knockout. 2016 over a world-class fighter. Other than that, his 9th knockout, you have to go all the way back to 2011, where he fought somebody named Walter Estrada, and his record, that guy's record was 39-14. All right, so he scored a knockout over him in 2011. Then his 8th knockout, you have to go all the way back to 2010 when he fought Pablo something or another. I think Pablo Sarmiento, and that guy's record was 39-13. So really, he has no knockouts over world-class opposition, over top 10 opponents. He just has the technical knockout. Referee stopped the contest over Sadam Ali in a fight where I thought the stoppage was premature. So there's just no way that this guy is going to be knocking Adrien Broner around the ring or overpowering him with power shots. Adrien Broner's record is 33-3 with 24 knockouts. His 3 losses have come to Sean Porter, Marcos Maidana, and Mikey Garcia. I've been following Adrien's career for a while, even before he won his first title, and he was really a force to be reckoned with at 130, 135. But since moving up to the heavyweight divisions, his light doesn't shine as brightly as it did. He seems to not know whether he wants to be a welterweight or a junior welterweight. The only time he's ever beaten a welterweight, the only welterweight he's ever beaten is Paulie Malignaggi. And any other time he fights a welterweight, he tries to weight drain them, just like he's doing with Jessie Vargas, make him fight at 143, 144. The same thing he did to a Sean Porter and still lost the fight. So, I think he needs to campaign at 140 pounds, but I don't believe that he wants to discipline his body like that. But on the other hand, he knows that he can't handle the guys at 147 pounds because, again, he's only beaten one of them. So this is why I think Adrien Broner will win the fight. I think he's the better boxer. I think he's got superior footwork. I believe he has the faster hands and he has better defense. And Jessie Vargas has the height and reach advantage. They have him listed at 5'10". I'm going to call BS on that. I don't believe that he's anywhere close to 5'10", because if he was, he would have been towering over Pacquiao when he fought Pacquiao, and it didn't seem like he had such a tremendous height advantage standing next to Pacquiao. Work rate, punch output, I give that. I favor Jessie Vargas with that, and I think that is really his key to victory. It is possible for him to, outwork Adrien Broner and just outwork him and hustle his way to a decision victory. The intangibles, don't know. I don't know. Intangibles, talking about things like desire, conditioning, mental fortitude, right? So we don't know. We have to see there on fight night. Is Adrien there to win, or is he there just to pick up a payday the way he was against Mikey Garcia? I think the fight is Adrien's to win and lose, though. And I see him boxing his way to a decision. So that's my pick. Let me know what yours is. I'm out. So we're going to stop and talk about this for a minute. I call it the strange case of Adrien Broner. Like, who the hell is managing this guy? Well, we know it's Mike Stafford, but I'm just saying, I mean, a lot more attention, effort, concern has got to be put into Adrian's career and looking out for his best interests. Because some of these choice of opponents just make no damn sense. So this is why I think Adrien Broner will win the fight. I think he's the better boxer. I think he's got superior footwork. I believe he has the faster hands and he has better defense. And Jessie Vargas has the height and reach advantage. They have him listed at 5'10". I'm going to call BS on that. I don't believe that he's anywhere close to 5'10", because if he was, he would have been towering over Pacquiao when he fought Pacquiao, and it didn't seem like he had such a tremendous height advantage standing next to Pacquiao. Work rate, punch output, I give that. I favor Jessie Vargas with that, and I think that is really his key to victory. It is possible for him to outwork Adrien Broner and just outwork him and hustle his way to a decision victory. The intangibles, don't know. I don't know. Intangibles, talking about things like desire, conditioning, mental fortitude, right? So we don't know. We have to see there on fight night. Is Adrien there to win, or is he there just to pick up a payday the way he was against Mikey Garcia? I think the fight is Adrian's to win and lose, though. So, and I see him boxing his way to a decision. So that's my pick. Let me know what yours is. I'm out.